Hey there, it's Leslie at Leslie's Cookies and Treats, and today let's make some Halloween royal icing transfer. So I printed out my transfer sheet and I'm just going to put it inside of a sheet protector. You can also put it underneath some parchment paper or laminate it or even put it inside of a Ziploc bag. So I'm going to start out by piping the stem of the pumpkin, and I'm going to go a little bit down into the pumpkin for this so that they don't break off from the transfer when we peel them off the parchment sheet. And then with my orange royal icing, I'm just going to outline a crazy circle in the middle and flood that in. And my icing here is all about a 15 to 20-second consistency. I like to use thicker icings for royal icing transfers, but then you will need to go back with your scribe and settle the icing down. So let's let the pumpkins dry and we'll move on down here to our skulls. My white icing for the teeth is more of a 25 or detail consistency icing. And then I didn't like my outline for the skull, so I'm using a dampened paintbrush to move it over. And I'll let that set up for just a minute while I do the rest of the teeth. And then I'm going to go back in with a 15-second royal icing consistency and flood in the skull heads, because the icing that's stiffer is harder to get it to settle down. And so I'll just use this thinner icing so that it's faster to flood these in. So then let's move down to the eyeballs. I'm using my thicker white icing again to outline the eyeballs. It's a detailed consistency. And then I'll flood it in with my thinner flood icing. You don't need to use two different icing consistencies. That's just what I had on hand, and it makes it easier. And these are a wet on wet technique. So I'm going to immediately take my green icing, put it right in the center, and squeeze without moving it until I have a nice round green center, and then do the same thing with the black icing. If the icings don't all settle together, then just gently poke up and down at it with your scribe. Let's do that again. So I'm going to outline my eyeball with my thicker consistency and then flood it in with my thinner white consistency icing. And then I'll immediately take my green icing, put it right into the middle of the white icing, and squeeze until I have a big dot. I don't need to move the bag around at all. And then do the same thing with the black icing until I have a big dot. And then I'll take my white and just add a little highlight up in the corner. Now that the icing for our pumpkins have had a chance to set up a little bit, I'm just going to take my orange icing and make some little moon shapes on the sides of the pumpkins and use my scribe to shape them. And then I decided to make some white pumpkins, so I'm going to follow the same process and just make a white circle in the center here, and then I'll let that set up before adding the little shapes on the side. And then I had another idea for a spotted pumpkin, so I'm going to go ahead and outline another circle and flood that in, and then immediately grab my white icing and make little dots inside the orange icing. I let that set up, and then I went back and made the little moon shapes on the sides of the pumpkin and added my white dots to that. Spotted pumpkins are so cute. And once that had set up, I went back and added a few little warts to some of the pumpkins, and I did that by just adding a couple of dots here and there on the pumpkins. Then I put this aside to dry overnight so they'd be dried completely, and then I used an edible marker to add some faces to the pumpkins and to the skulls. You can color the skull's eyes in all the way, or you can take a dampened paintbrush with water and drag some of the edible marker ink into the center. Just different ways to create different looks. And I made some alien skulls, and then I have these black skulls that I'm using a metallic marker to make the eyes. There's just so many ways to decorate these. And then I'm taking some brown luster dust from the sugar art. I'll leave links in the description. So to add some shading in the creases, I just take my paintbrush and dip it in the luster dust and tap off all the excess on a paper towel, and then just go around the edges of the pumpkin. It kind of gives it an aged look, and I really like how it dirties it up. And I like to start with just a little bit of color and slowly add more, because you can't remove the color very easily, but you can always add more. And I'm going to do the same thing to these skulls. For the eyeballs, I'm going to take a red edible marker and just make some wiggly lines here and there around the eyes. And then I'll grab some red luster dust from the sugar art and go around the very edge at the bottom of the eyeballs. And again, I dipped my brush in the luster dust, shook off all of the excess, and I'm just going to go around the edge. And I'll leave information in the description about all the products I used. And because I have an infatuation with bows at the moment, I'm going to add some purple bows to these white pumpkins. My purple icing is a detail consistency, so it's probably a 25-second consistency, or maybe even a little stiffer than that. And I'm just going to make 2 loops and then 2 tails. And then I also have these bow royal icing transfers from another video, and I'm just going to add a little bow to the top of this skull and a bow tie to the bottom of this alien. I'm going to wipe away any icing that's splooged out from underneath with a dampened paintbrush. And finally, you can't have a pumpkin without some vines, so I'm going to make a couple of squiggly lines on the pumpkin to make some vines. I'll use a paintbrush, or you can use a scribe to knock down any points. And then I decided to add a royal icing flower to this pumpkin, and those I made in another video as well, and I'll leave links to all of that in the description. To make little leaves, I'm just piping a ball of icing and dragging it out to a point. And then these transfers are done. They're so useful. You can use them in so many different ways, but I use them on these adorable mug cookies. So stay tuned for that video. It drops tomorrow. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you're looking for the cookie cutter STLs or the royal icing transfer sheets, they're on my website. The link's in the description. See you later.